Hello everyone, it's Jake with the Game Block. So in the last Nintendo Direct, it was announced that Nintendo will be making a Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack and releasing it later this month. It will include N64 and Sega Genesis games, and it looked pretty good. I thought, oh, they're only going to charge like $10 more per year for it. Anything more than that would be ridiculous. Nintendo would never do that. Right? Right? So, at the very end of the Animal Crossing Direct that happened recently, Nintendo announced more details about the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack. And the pricing is $50 a year, which is $30 more than the base Nintendo Switch Online membership. That's a 150% price increase. Now, what causes this to be so expensive, you might ask? Well, Nintendo have decided to bundle in the Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise paid DLC in with the expansion pack, which is $25 on its own. Now, let me tell you some numbers. There have been 89 million Nintendo Switch units sold, and there have only been 31 million copies of Animal Crossing New Horizons. Now, granted, this is the second most popular game on the Switch ever, but only 1/3 of the people will even be able to use this DLC if they get the expansion pack. I don't understand why they bundled in, especially because the people that really like Animal Crossing, the people that are going to want the DLC, they're going to buy it for $25 on their own. So bundling it in with the expansion pack not only increases the price so it's not feasible for the average person to get, but also 1/3 of the benefits that you get from it won't even be usable by 2/3 of the Switch users. Now, at the moment, the expansion pack, as I have said multiple times throughout this video, does not seem like it's worth it at all and seems to be pretty much a completely brain-dead move by Nintendo. But there are some ways Nintendo could make this service better and even make it worth the $50 price point, which I will be going over in this video. Okay, let's get the first one out of the way pretty quickly. Nintendo reduces the price because of fan feedback. That's never gonna happen. I mean, it's Nintendo. Do you know this company? I really wish they would, but, again, they're Nintendo. They don't do that. So if reducing this exorbitant price isn't an option, then the only way to make this expansion pack worth it is by adding stuff to it. Now, before the expansion pack was announced, there were tons of rumors about adding stuff to Nintendo Switch Online, but not about N64 and certainly not about Genesis. It was about Game Boy. Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. If Nintendo decided to add these to the expansion pack without increasing the price, this would do wonders for fan feedback for it, and it would also make the price somewhat worth it. There are tons of classic games on these systems, like the Super Mario Land series, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, and Mario Kart Super Circuit, just to name a few. If we could play these on the Switch, I think that this expansion pack would be not quite worth it, but definitely a much more reasonable price. Now, there are also some other systems Nintendo could add to the service. First up, we've got the Virtual Boy. It's technically part of the Game Boy lineup, and it would be pretty cool to see if they bundled everything into the Game Boy app. I know that the games are only in black and red, and they gave a lot of people headaches because they were in the Virtual Boy VR headset, but it honestly would be pretty cool to be able to play some of these games on the Switch, given that some of them I've heard were actually pretty good, despite the fact that they made people nauseous because there was no gyro in the Virtual Boy, and I feel like it would be pretty cool if they made them Nintendo Labo VR compatible. Again, it would probably give people headaches and nausea again, but if people wanted to experience it like the way they did in the Virtual Boy, why not? Next up, we've got GameCube. And I don't think GameCube games are going to be coming to the Switch, simply for the reason that the Nintendo Switch's storage capacity is pretty much laughable. And GameCube games take pretty much around a gigabyte. If there was a gigabyte per each game, that means they would either have to put very few games, which again, fans would not be happy about, or they would have to find a way to have them only downloaded as the person plays them, which would be pretty complicated, and I don't think they'd have them all downloaded at once in the app, because again, the Nintendo Switch's storage probably wouldn't be able to handle it. You need a micro SD card already to run pretty much any amount of games if you want to download them digitally, so I don't think GameCube will be coming to Switch. And finally, we have DS. I'm not going to be talking about any other systems besides these three because anything else I think is too new. And DS games, I feel, yeah, they could come to the Switch. They don't have that much storage capacity, which is perfect. I'm pretty sure they're actually a lower storage capacity than N64, which is great. And there are plenty of classics on the DS, like Nintendogs, New Super Mario Bros., and Mario Kart DS, just to name a few. And it would be great to play these on the Switch. Again, if they added all of these systems, it would definitely be worth it. Do I think they'll add all of them? Probably not. But still, all of these systems put together on the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack, definitely getting it close to being worth it. But there is still one more thing that Nintendo could add that could definitely justify the price point of the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. And that is more DLC. Now I know what you're thinking. Isn't that what caused this entire problem in the first place? Well, yes, but I'm talking about DLC without increasing the price point. What if for all of Nintendo's future games, and the ones that had DLC, what if that DLC was bundled in with the expansion pack, and you didn't have to buy it individually? What if this expansion pack not only gave us all of these retro games, but also gave us the DLC for the newer games for all of Nintendo's games that have DLC? This could be an absolute game changer, and you can actually end up saving money if you want to buy all these DLC packs. And honestly, I think that that could completely justify the $50 price point. Now, again, do I think Nintendo will do this? Actually, yes. See, they bundled in this Animal Crossing DLC for a reason, I think. And I don't think they're only going to do it for this game. I mean, it would kind of look kind of weird if they only had one game's DLC bundled in. So, if they bundled in DLC for future games as well, then this could make it absolutely worth it. And I think that Nintendo might actually be making some smart moves here. They just might not be ready to unveil what else is going to be in the expansion pack. So I guess that wraps up how Nintendo can make their Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack worth it. If you liked the video, please go down and press the like button, and while you're there, why don't you subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to press that notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. And make sure to follow me on Twitter for more gaming news, and on Twitch for more gaming streams. The streams probably won't be happening for a while because I haven't gotten a halfway decent capture card yet, and the last time I tried to stream, my computer basically, almost shut down. So, hopefully I'll be able to stream soon if I end up getting a capture card. But, yeah, no streams anytime soon. Sorry about that. Also, I now have a dedicated YouTube email. So, if you want to email me about a new video idea you might have, or if you have a question about one of my videos, or you just want to ask me something about gaming, I don't know, just send me an email at jacob.gameblock@gmail.com. Links are all in the description. With that out of the way, thank you all for watching. I'm Jacob with the Game Block, signing off.